Hi, today we're going to cover transition cards. These are called transition cue cards, and what they're used for is to help the students transition from a preferred activity such as computer, their phone, watching television, to a non-preferred activity that could be work, homework, chore, anything like that. For the purpose of this video, we're using much larger transition cues. These would be the size that you would need, but you can adjust the size and so forth on there. So for example, there'll be a total of 4 transition cards. You start with 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, it's time for dinner. This is what we're going to demonstrate today. So you walk over to the child and you give them this card. You don't have to say anything. You rely on your visual. Remember, relying on visuals is better than auditory information. So they're engaged right now in a preferred activity. They don't need to be hearing us talking. So we give them the card, make sure that they see it. 10 minutes, it's dinner time. You walk away. You let 5 minutes pass by, and then you go back and take the 10-minute card and leave a 5-minute card. We are leaving and changing in 5 minutes. You would then go back when there's 1 minute left, and now you exchange that card. And your last card is going to be the transition. It's time to go. This might take some time for them to respond immediately. They might resist at first, but if you are consistent and you implement it with fidelity, they will eventually become independent with it. And then essentially they will not need the cards. They would just need you telling them it's 10 minutes left. Now, one of the things with these transition cue cards is that you need to make sure that they're in the same order every time you present them the card. Red doesn't have to go first, but whatever rotation you start, you make sure that it stays the same as that. Jennifer is going to demonstrate how to use the transition minute cards in a very natural environment with our 8-year-old that is on the telephone, which she loves and does not like to leave her telephone for anything. So we're going to show you and demonstrate how to use the cards. Okay, Ainsley, in 10 minutes, we're gonna go to dinner. It's important for us to have dinner so we can have a full belly when we go to sleep. Okay, is that okay with you if in 10 minutes we go to dinner? Okay, Ainsley, in 5 minutes, we're gonna go to dinner. Remember I gave you the 10-minute one. Well, now we have 5 minutes left and then we're gonna go to dinner. Okay, is it clear? You don't talk to me like that. I'm your parent and you're the child. Okay, 1 minute left till dinner. Ainsley. No, ma'am. We do not do that. Okay, it's time for dinner. Come on. We need to go to dinner. If you don't get up and go to dinner, I'm going to take that phone for the whole week. Come on. Okay, I'm going to come get it then. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what did I do wrong as a parent? Where did I go wrong? The first thing that I did wrong was I was talking way too much. What you'll see in the Right Way video is me just putting down the transition cue and walking away, talking way too much. That was the first thing I did wrong. The second thing I did wrong was those empty threats. I said, I'm going to take your phone away for a whole week. Am I really going to do that? Probably not. So empty threats is when you're really not going to do something. Make sure you're going to follow through before you even say it. That's what an empty threat is. The next thing I did wrong was the power struggle. She said something, I said something. Who was really in charge there? That's the power struggle. So the fourth thing I did wrong was trying to get her to comply by physically fighting with her. She put the phone behind her back. I was trying to get the phone. All that's going to do is escalate the situation. And then it's not even going to be about transitioning to dinner. It's going to be about us fighting physically, and she might get hurt and I get hurt, and then forget it. It goes a whole nother way. So what you'll see in the next video is the right way how to implement transition cue cards. Easy. In 10 minutes, we're going to dinner. If you don't go to dinner when it's time, then you will not get your phone after dinner. But if you go to dinner when it's time to go, you will get your phone for 20 minutes after dinner. Good job, Ainsley, because you came to the table, you will get 20 minutes with your phone after dinner. So now I want to talk about some variations of what you can do with these transition cues at home. If you'll see this, it's large, but I don't have lamination, but I have some good old tape. So all you have to do is cut off pieces of tape, put them on the center, and there you go. Now you have a little whiteboard. You can wipe it off and then rewrite on it. Pretty easy. The next thing I have is if you don't have tape and you have some gallon-sized bags, just pop it in a gallon-sized bag and there you go. Now you can erase it. Well, you need a napkin, but it erases easily with a napkin, and there you go. You have your own lamination. You can use, I use whiteboard markers just because they come off easy. If you want to do something more permanent, let's say you only struggle with transitioning to dinner or only transitioning to homework, then you can use more of a permanent marker so you don't have to erase it so quickly. If you need any of these resources to print out, you can contact your autism specialist and we will email it to you. Have a great day. So let's say you might not have a printer to print out the supports that we can send you, but maybe you have Post-it notes or some paper lying around. You just cut out the paper,
and make some yourself. What you can see here is 5 minutes, 1 minute, and time to go. So something I also did was I cut out the fourth one. Um, but you can do the three, and the time is up to you. It's up to what you want to do and how much time you want to give your child. Here I have examples of children that are non-readers. So maybe you have a child that is not able to read yet. You can include pictures. Here I have included 5 minutes, 1 minute, and time to go. You don't have to do that. You can also draw where are they going in 5 minutes? Where are we going in 1 minute? Where are we going when it's time to go? As you can see, you don't have to be an artist to draw pictures, just as long as your child is able to understand what they mean.